Okay, welcome back to the Arcade Veteran. Today we're going to look at my test PlayStation and my custom firmware PlayStation models. This is my DECHJ00A test system. As you can see, it's slightly different to the normal PlayStation in aesthetics. It's a dull grey rather than a chrome finish. Nothing particularly different on the back. Obviously there it states that it is the test system. As you can see, there's the standard PlayStation 3. Then the aesthetics are slightly different. The PlayStation logo's slightly different, not embossed, and it's got a grey finish rather than a chrome finish. As you can see here, there's the card reader slots that are all underneath that flap. The test system, this particular test system, doesn't have that. It only has 2 USB ports on the front, where the original PlayStation has 4. Inserting a PS3 game, it's a PAL game, this one, even though this system has region selectable settings in the debug system. It's obviously currently set to UK anyway, but this is Resistance Fall of Man. Now, Resistance Fall of Man was a 2006 game. It was a launch title. It's a science fiction first-person shooter. Like I say, launch title for the PS3, made by Insomniac Games and published by Sony. This game is set in 1951 with Sergeant Nathan Hale, who is in the human resistance, and obviously is trying to take out this alien invasion, which is basically set in the United Kingdom. I can remember at the time this was quite a graphical step up from the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 3 really did get off to a good start. Apart from its appalling price tag, the PlayStation 3 was quite an impressive piece of kit when it first came out. It was an enormous machine. The fat machine was an enormous machine, compared to the 360 and stuff like that. But by God, did it look impressive! It was something you were proud to have under your shelf. So again, this is a great game. I played it a lot at the time. Just have a quick look at the settings in the the system settings. The normal stuff, your display settings, but what is different here, as you can see, is the debug settings. Now, your debug environment, your debug settings are all there to help the developer tweak and fine-tune the console for specific regions and specific usages, really. There are things that this machine will do that a retail machine will and won't do. You can turn off HDCP on this particular unit, which was anybody that's familiar with the Blu-ray standard. HDCP was a standard that encrypted or it was a protection system, so you couldn't record Blu-ray. On this particular unit, hence why I can capture it, you can actually turn that function off, which allows me to actually stream this to a capture device. The Elgato won't capture this device if it's not got HDCP turned off. What we're going to do here is just show some of the functions of the machine. We're going to pop a Blu-ray in. So as you can see, Blu-ray will not play on the test system. It is blocked. It is something that obviously Sony didn't want to be allowed. Blu-ray was a big thing at the time. Using my standard custom firmware PS3, obviously it's going to work fine because it is a standard unit, really, just some custom software on it. Right, so now we're going to look at a PS1 game, see if that works. Pop that into the drive, see what's going on. What you normally have to do with a PS1 game is create a virtual memory card slot on the machine. So I've already done that one first, and as you can see, PlayStation 1 game boots up fine. Obviously the advantage of this is it's going to be now displayed in a high resolution. A lot of the time there's some filtering effects and other things that this machine will add that the PlayStation 1 didn't. I think you probably agree that this already looks better than it did on a PlayStation 1. I do have the PlayStation 1 Digital, which is a fantastic product, but really, a custom modded PlayStation 3 or a dev system that can play the PlayStation 1 games is equally as good, if not better. It does display it in a small window. It doesn't display it full screen from what my experience. This is what obviously I got to see, but nonetheless it was really quite impressive. I was quite impressed with the visuals, the smoothing. I think it looks far better than it does on a but at least on a standard PlayStation 1. Tomorrow Never Dies was a 1999 third-person shooter on the PlayStation 1 based on the film, developed by Black Ops Entertainment and published by Electronic Arts and MGM. Like I say, for the original PlayStation. Actually, quite a good game. Controls quite well. I was quite impressed with the visuals, especially running on the PlayStation 3. Obviously, it's a really cool bit of kit. There tends to be a bit of both on this game. You get a bit of third-person shooter and a bit of stealth. You play the 007 agent, character is the Wei Lin, obviously plays the Chinese counterpart on the game. A lot of stealth in there, a lot of sneaking around. The game quite quickly switches between a first-person perspective and first-person when you are aiming and shooting, if you know what I mean. So, nice game, that, really cool. PlayStation 2 game, as you can see, straight out the gate, bang, you don't have any of that. This particular model does not play PlayStation 2. This is the software manager. This manages the control between the PlayStation and your development PC. So you can push game data, you can install package files, you can manipulate files on the hard drive. Basically, it's how you talk to the dev system. You basically log in through the network, as you can see there, and then there's you can push Blu-ray information and data. You can tweak files, log in, change the state and the mode of the PlayStation, whether it's in a debug mode or it's in a retail mode. So this is basically how the developer used to control the system, when they were obviously pushing data. Okay, there's the two systems. Just wanted to have a brief look at. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.